to Travolting presents Easy Riders. In our Christmas 2023 Spectacular Holiday Night Fever featuring The Shepherd. Happy holidays, folks.
Once again, special thanks to Santa for the enthusiastic intro he gives us every year. It's just incredibly kind of him to, put that work into our show. He's a busy man. Folks, in case it wasn't obvious by that, we got a new recorder, and we're having a little bit of fun trying out some of the preset options, so bear with us this week. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Christmas came early
this year, folks. But not for you, because you're listening to this right before the holiday itself.
Yeah.
December 20th, 2023.
Jeff, that's still early for Christmas.
It is
if
early.
It comes on the 20th.
It's within the 12 days.
Okay, all right.
It's within the 12 days of Christmas.
Okay, fine.
The true love has given him at least 7 things by now, right?
It's true.
7 things.
Gun to your face. What's the 7th thing?
7 geese a laying.
Is he right? I don't know.
I don't know.
7. Wait,
it's
7 days of
12
Christmas.
Hummingbirds,
5
3
golden
French
rings,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. But yeah, that's right, folks. You know it, you love it. It's our very Travolting Christmas 3 Holiday Night Fever featuring the Shepherd. We've got a lot of fun things in store for you today, including a special guest. Because this year we're joined by noted aviation enthusiast Mark Tilley for the Shepherd.
You have it on while we're watching it. He has the Shepherd on. Oh, no. I'm calling you out of this.
No, I've seen the Shepherd. I like the Shepherd so much for watching it again.
I know. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
After I watched the Shepherd, I watched 2 other movies later. Do anyone want to take a guess what 2 movies?
Top Gun Maverick.
No.
Lad 49.
No.
Well, you were on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Already.
Yep.
So it's a Christmas movie that's on Disney Plus.
Rescuers Down Under.
No. Actually, it wasn't 2 movies you were on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Lion King 2.
I rented them on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Air Force One
Air Force One.
and Con Air.
Okay. That's a good night.
I really wanted to watch
Some aviation.
Very Jeff
aviation.
Bachelor Party vibes.
Yeah. Those 2 movies. Yes. 100%.
Oh, my goodness. But yeah, folks, so we were a little stressed this year originally because, as you know, in years past, we've done, our Christmas Spectacular. In the first year, we covered John Travolta's Christmas music video, as well as his Capital One ads that year. In the second year, we covered a 1-minute video of Brendan Fraser introducing Hillary Clinton at the White House Christmas party in 1998.
We've had some dire Christmas episodes.
For Winona, I was struggling to find something.
Yes, we were.
Because she's in 2 Christmas movies, but those are timed out in our schedule to come out after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands and Little Women. Like, those just are coming out later. I couldn't pull them up.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't want to maybe disrespect those good movies.
You could have called her. Hey, Winona.
Winona, what are you up?
Yeah.
And so there was a
that.
period of time where this will actually be the first thing we discuss today. There was a period of time where this picture was going to be the entire subject of this episode.
Jeff is showing us a picture of Winona Ryder dressed up as
Santa Claus.
What is
Santa.
that for? It's
Without the beard,
It's
though.
like a...
Holding a lighter in one hand.
Yeah,
and
it was like a
American flag.
newspaper cover image or a magazine cover image.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's actually on the logo of this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just look up Winona Ryder Santa. That was going to be the subject, and we were going to have to talk about it for like 30 minutes.
Right.
Do you think that hat is fitted like that? It looks so floppy.
It's like weirdly twisted at the top.
I know.
Is the thing.
It's like
so like
sprayed
a
with
wire
some...
holding it?
I kind of feel like it might have been too floppy, and so they kind of twirled it
It looks like they put a coat hanger in there or something.
to kind of force it into that
Yeah.
position.
Interesting.
It's
cool.
not right.
No, I think it looks cool.
Also, I feel like this picture is espousing 90s propagandic vibes with the American flag in one hand being held by Santa.
Yeah.
Not to get too deep, but it is important to discuss this because this was the original conception for the episode.
Hand looks crazy.
Yeah, it's because she's weirdly holding it how
It's almost like I'm gonna burn it, guys.
Yeah, it's like being held by like this. Right?
Jeff is showing us with his hands.
I'm demonstrating.
The audience can't
the hand
see it,
position.
but
But that was the original concept for this, and then a miraculous thing happened. A real Christmas miracle.
Christmas miracle.
Our man, the original subject of the show, John Travolta, who we have pledged to return to every time he released a movie, flew in the year of our Lord 2023, like a shepherd. He flew in with a Christmas movie. Audiences are turning the show off at this point. He flew in with a Christmas movie.
Yes.
A Disney Plus original 39-minute short film entitled The Shepherd.
Yeah.
And this is the core focus of our podcast today, folks.
It is.
We're here to talk about the 2023 motion picture, The Shepherd. A Disney Plus original Christmas movie, to emphasize.
Yeah.
You haven't watched the movie yet. I'd recommend it. It takes you 39 minutes.
27.
27?
35. Maybe.
35 with
35
trailer,
minutes.
with credits.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about The Shepherd, amongst other things. That's where we'll start.
Yeah.
Stuart, when did you watch The Shepherd?
I watched it last night.
Mark, when did you watch The Shepherd?
An hour ago.
An hour ago.
He's watching it right now.
He's watching the movie as we speak.
Yeah.
I will finish The Shepherd and I'm watching it on my iPhone here before we start really talking about it.
Before we start talking about it?
Yeah.
So The Shepherd has been on our radar for a while. I did not know it was a Christmas movie until the trailer came out like 3 weeks ago.
I sent it to Jeff. And
Yes.
I was like, Jeff, do you know about this? And Jeff was just like, oh my God, it's real. What?
Because
And
it's
I was
just
like, you knew about this short film?
it's been one of those movies that's
Sure.
just been on John Travolta's IMDb coming soon for a while.
You check in. Frequently.
And there's just like, I do check in frequently, and there's like nothing about it. It was just The Shepherd.
Did you know it was a short or no?
I didn't know it was a short. It was just a short film directed by Ian Softly, shot at a British military base in April of 2022. That was the only information that was out about this movie. And so I just was like, I guess he's in like a World War II drama or something.
Yeah.
And then the trailer came out, and not only was it a short film that was coming out in 3 weeks, but it was a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the context of the movie, that basically is the extent of it, because it really was just like, Stuart, we've actually covered this director before,
We have.
Ian Softly. He directed the great film Inkheart. I should better say the very questionable movie Inkheart. Oh my God,
So mean.
we've
too easy.
we've covered him before for Inkheart. It's basically he's done some other movies, like Wings of the Dove, K-Pax, The Skeleton Key. These are all movies that came out that you've heard of but probably haven't seen.
Yeah.
It's based on a 1975 novella of the same name called The Shepherd.
Yeah.
Where the story is, it's written by Frederick Forsyth. Basic idea being like a pilot goes missing in 1957 in the sky, gets hit by electrical wave that knocks out all of his equipment, and suddenly a pilot comes and guides him to safety, and then it turns out that the pilot is the ghost of a World War II fighter pilot.
Yeah.
And
That's
who
pretty
is the
much it.
shepherd who rescues people on Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve fucking only.
Is that true?
That is.
I don't know. Yeah.
So if you get lost above British airspace any other day of the year,
You're fucked.
you're dead, buddy. Like, but no, it's like apparently a somewhat renowned British short story.
Yeah.
novel. It's broadcast every Christmas since 1979 on CBC radio.
Now, see, I think that would be an effective version of
Yes,
this short.
like just listening to it.
Yeah.
Like BBC has done multiple different readings of this.
Yeah.
Every few years, it seems like they kind of just put out a new one.
I wanted to pull one up this morning, but I didn't have enough time. I
Yeah.
think I will when I go, just out of curiosity. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think
just-
it'd probably work really well
It probably works really well
Over
as like
radio.
a story that's just being
Yeah.
told.
when you're just listening to him go through sort of like,
Yeah.
and then talking to the pilot. Yeah.
Because the problem with the movie is that it's not particularly exciting to watch. These occurrences happen.
Speak for yourself.
Also, this movie's produced by Alfonso Cuarón.
Must have
Yeah.
just been a book he really liked
I
as
don't-
a child.
yeah,
I
I-
don't know. Or
because
as a younger man.
How much he does? He's only produced 2 movies, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
The other one
other
is-
one his kids movie.
Yeah, Le Poupelle.
Yeah.
Poupelle.
You crushed it.
Crushed. But he's only produced 2 movies, and so it's interesting. Well, aside from his own.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My apologies. This is only listing the short films he's produced. He's produced some other movies.
He's produced
Yeah.
other movies. He
He's
produces
produced-
his own movies too.
Yeah, he produces his own movies, and then he's produced 7 movies aside from.
Good for Alfonso.
But it's interesting that he kind of took an attachment to this. It must have been a story, like you said, that he grew up with some interest in. And just kind of shepherds it into creation.
Yeah, is there like a
Yeah, you got some
land it?
applause
Just
for
land it. Come on, Stuart, land it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to go to a different page of effects on the soundboard. There we go.
Yeah, this movie was finished last December and it just kind of sat on the
Yeah.
shelf until Disney picked it up during it had like a very brief festival run early
Okay.
in August. And then Disney picked it up from that and it got released.
How does he get to fly home for Christmas? I watched it twice.
Yes.
What is the logistics of him flying home for Christmas?
Because there's
Let's-
somebody who was supposed to get to fly home and then they hurt their arm.
Is that it? Because
Well, that's
why
all
does
that
he
I
fly
can.
home for Christmas in a plane? He gets to just fly home in his little plane.
yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Because the
I
beginning
really couldn't tell you.
because to just delve into it, the beginning of the movie
Mm-hmm.
is like we're introduced to Freddie.
Christmas Eve
Yeah, Christmas Eve is an RAF pilot.
in Germany.
Yes, in northern Germany, who is not going to get to see his family for Christmas because there's like a storm or something.
Right.
But then he gets told like, "Hey, the storm's cleared up. It's a Christmas miracle. You're able to fly home."
There's only like so many slots though. It's like
Yeah, like
so
only-
many people can fly home.
Yeah, only like
Yeah.
a few pilots get the opportunity to go home and see their families.
And he had just gotten his sort of like night flying license.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he can fly at night. Like, yeah.
and so it's like a true Christmas story of a guy just trying to get home to his family.
Yeah.
And so
Seems like it's going very well for him.
Yes.
His commander even says like, all these bricks like fell in place for you.
Yeah.
Sweet, go home.
he says exactly that, like it's
Yeah.
like miracles are happening.
Miracles are happening.
Like, and then we leave one of the 2 sets of this movie. Because
There's like 3 sets.
there's like a third maybe. It's the house that we see in his vision
Okay.
of his wife, who never speaks.
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have kids, does he?
He doesn't have any kids. He has a sister and a mom. And I kind of got his sister and his girlfriend confused. I actually think there's a lot to talk about with this movie.
Yeah, I think there's a decent bit
Because then he hops out and he boards his
his little plane.
it's a
What is it?
no, it's a fuck, what's it? It's a
We brought you on just for this.
I know.
It's a jet.
Is it a vampire? What is it? No.
I can tell you what Travolta's plane is, but I do not know what his
he
plane
flies
It's a
a
mosquito thing.
Mosquitoes.
But it's basically a jet.
Oh,
from,
it's
like-
a de Havilland vampire.
It's a vampire. Yeah.
It's a vampire because it has like the 2 little
Yeah. It's
teeth that stick out the back.
I love the really ridiculous names for like military aircraft.
All
that
right,
we
we're
have.
going to get up there. We're going to hop in our vampires and we're going to go hit the British, aren't we?
It's like the Dreadnought destroyer is gonna fly over the
Yeah.
Iraq, and I'm like, what? They're like
The Luftwaffe.
up the Panzer Shrek, like bazooka. This is very
Nowadays, we're just like the F-22.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, could the things are still called raptors?
Yeah, they still
Things
say
have
Raptors.
coolness.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
Still have tomahawks. Yeah,
I like that part in
names.
Transformers. We're like, calling the Raptors. And then all they're coming in and hit Megatron or something. I don't know.
I actually think the soundboard's helping us out today.
So he's in the sky.
He's in the sky.
I want to talk about like the varying levels of production value for all the night flying stuff.
Okay.
It feels like it's like you can see like how much each shot cost.
Yes.
It will go from like this shot cost
no money.
$500,000.
Yeah.
And this one cost $5. You know,
Because-
this one is a toy model that we're like holding up in front of a night sky, and we're going, whoosh.
For me,
really
it's
quickly.
especially apparent when he's in the airfield because the background's like really not the background.
It's a really nice impressionistic idea of having just like the sky is completely clear. It's just stars.
yeah.
But like it is like day
not
for night
there.
green screen
Yeah.
or however they shot it.
It's
I don't know.
something.
It looks so cheap.
But it's not his background.
The set, like, aside from like the three real locations, they're at the vibe of the movie is like the if you split the center of the frame, the bottom is water or cloud,
Yeah.
the top is black with white dots for stars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that is what most of this movie looks like. And then there's a CGI plane.
And 50% of the movie is interior shots of him
Yes.
inside the cockpit on a soundstage, lit horrendously. I mean, it's just
It's like what is this lighting that's hitting him?
it's not. I mean, it's just very flat, and
Yeah.
I think they're trying to. Nothing about like the clear night is coming through. It's just very. I don't know.
It doesn't feel like he's being lit by the moon or the stars.
It's like just a weird like paper over his head.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Making movies is hard. I don't want to talk bad on people, but it is like there's varying levels of production.
There's
value in
ways
this
to do
movie.
these things that people have done for cheap,
Yeah.
for better.
And Disney's just like, sorry.
I don't know if they produce this from the ground up because they don't really do shorts.
This was just like they
Or
purchased
they
it.
acquired
Yeah,
it.
it's
at
weirdly
a very
shot by
expensive-
John Matheson.
What?
Yeah,
Fuck off.
no, this is shot by John Matheson.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this is he did this in between Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Gladiator 2. This was what he did,
Weird.
Whoa.
which is very strange.
He's a good TV.
He's a great DP. You know what one of the best looking blockbusters in the past like 5 years is?
Sure.
Detective Pikachu, baby. Detective Pikachu, good looking movie.
Yeah.
Stuart, you seen Detective Pikachu?
I'm not.
You should watch Detective Pikachu. That's a good looking movie.
It's a big throw some neon lights up and call it a day.
I like the neon
no,
lights.
it's
a
cool.
good-
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I like the neon
Well,
lights.
lots of Unreal Engine, I feel like, coming
Yes.
through in this
Yeah.
movie. Lots of sort of like,
Yeah, this movie feels like a render.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shot, I'm going to hold it up.
Whenever
This
it's
is
a wide of
famous.
the
I love
plane-
this shot here. I'm holding up my phone. You know,
Yeah.
like that. Or like,
That
what is
is
that?
just like,
What
what
is
is that? That is a toy
That's
plane being pulled by
toy
string
plane.
That looks like
against a green screen.
that looks like one of those
But, like, that looks better.
Yeah, that looks good.
That looks better.
when the plane is
Watch
like,
it for yourself and complaining about it.
when the
40
plane is
minutes.
silhouetted against the ground, it looks fine. When silhouetted against the sky, it looks like one of those Windows like screensavers
Yeah.
where it's just like the little pixelated
good.
Yeah.
stars just flying by, and then the plane like in the middle.
Well, it's a black plane flying in the night over a black sea. Like, there's not a lot of contrast here to work with.
You know what this?
It's annoying because it's such a cool visual idea.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Of just these two like little like
Yeah.
planes and one of them's a ghost
Yeah.
plane peeking out of
this
the
cloud.
fog, you know, and like
Ghost plane.
Ghost plane. This movie should just be called Ghost Plane.
oh, spoiler, but ghost plane.
The thing is, like, the look of this movie gives me incredible like lo-fi video on YouTube energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you click on it, you just see the plane flying outside, and you hear
Yeah.
not this.
Not that.
Um,
Well, he takes off and his like all his like his compass and all his
Yeah.
sort of like electrical stuff in his plane dies.
Yes.
Like immediately. And he's running through his fucking checklist and he like doesn't I don't know. He has no protocol for like
Yeah.
all his like electrical stuff in his
well, he has he
plane,
pulls out
like-
his map and he's like, I'm gonna guide by visual navigation, and then like a fog rolls in, and he
now
can't
he's
see
fucked.
the
He
ground.
can't see anything.
So the thing that's really funny to me is we all love like fact checkers online, and like some guy went to the IMDb for this movie the weekend of its release
The movie came out 36 hours ago.
and has updated to say the cockpit of the de Havilland Vampire, the aircraft flown by the main character, features a backup compass system which is purely magnetic and therefore independent of the electrical system. It would not have been affected by an electrical
I am
failure.
saluting this hero. Fucking get him. Get him. Let him know. Let him know the facts.
This guy.
Yep.
I like this guy showed up to just like shut this movie's down.
Well, and like my big thing is he runs out of gas immediately. Or I'm like, did you have enough gas to get there?
Yeah, he runs out so quickly, and I'm like, is this supposed to be like a passage through time? Like that he's because they say it's a 60-minute flight.
Yeah.
And a full tank should get him there just fine.
He does start to run sort of like a triangle thing where
Yeah.
he's like, I'm gonna try and like divert myself from going home and fly like in a triangle pattern.
Yeah.
Try and
Yeah.
see if I can hit some sort of
Like landmass.
Someone else.
or somebody who I can catch on the radio.
And he goes down to he's down to 300 gallons or something.
He keeps saying pounds.
300
pounds of gas, which I've never heard
Fucking
anyone
British,
use
man.
pounds of gas.
Fucking British. Jesus Christ.
Would they have used pounds of gas?
We're gonna use pounds of gas then, aren't we? We're charging all the pounds, but no pence
I don't
down
know.
on
I've
it.
just never seen anybody use weight
The
of
British
gas.
are flocking away from the show right
But
now.
he runs out of gas really fucking quick, and I'm like, I don't think you had enough to get there in the first place, buddy. If you hadn't gotten lost, it was gonna be bad.
The very kind of the vibe is that he's not a very good pilot. Like he's just kind of he
He's
immediately
still
freaks
like
out.
new and all
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
But then when he's down to 300 pounds of gas,
Yeah,
he spots with his little eye another plane in the sky.
Little mosquito.
Did anyone notice that rhyme I just did there?
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
playing with his eye.
Don't give him the clap.
Don't give him the
So the plane, he spots a little plane, and he just starts hearing, Niner, this is what the fuck?
It's like
What's his call sign?
well, it's like crocodile,
Crocodile. That's right.
crocodile delta. This is crocodile. It's like crocodile delta to
Crocodile
Charlie.
Delta 2727.
Yeah, something like
There's another
that.
plane coming in. He's like just talking like an American in this movie, but he's an RAF pilot.
I know
not
he's
gonna
doing sort of like
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not talking with a British accent
Yeah.
whatsoever.
I guess he's like an American who whatever.
He's Canadian.
Oh yeah, he's Canadian.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
he's
Oh,
Canadian.
yeah.
Oh jeez.
Oh, gee.
Oh jeez. Oh my god. But he's John Travolta's Canadian in this movie. And he's we must stop. We must.
Love this new mixer.
We must.
Mark is so sad right now.
I just know you have more sounds than this.
I don't. I just have this one page of sounds that it's a fucking
Voice effects.
You guys, this is a trial run episode for this equipment. What?
Nothing.
Turn it off.
Okay.
He spots the fucking plane. And he flies down.
He flies down. He sees the fucking guy. The
sees
fucking guy's like, "Hey, can you hear me?"
He
He's like,
sees-
"No, I can't fucking hear you."
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's do a bunch of hand signals." And he's like,
He can hear John Travolta. John Travolta can't hear him. Travolta probably worked one day on this movie. Yeah, he's only
half a day.
the thing is he's only in the cockpit and
Yeah.
only shot from one angle.
Yeah.
Like you only see him facing this way.
He took a picture for a framed photograph at the end.
Yeah.
And then
Then he's like, "All right, this is a great movie. I'm out of here." He said he did this movie. He gave an interview where he said he did this movie because there was one time where his plane went down, or he
really?
lost complete control. Let me look up the exact quote. But he's basically saying that this movie really spoke to him.
Because he likes flying planes.
Yeah, because I like flying planes. This is fantastic.
I was hoping this
Okay,
was
here it
going
is.
to be some weird Scientology movie.
John Travolta says he was drawn to The Shepherd because I knew what it felt like to absolutely think you're going to die.
Damn.
And he said in 1992, I actually experienced a total electrical failure, not in a vampire, but in a corporate jet over Washington D.C. So when I read Forsyth's book, it resonated even more because of this experience I had personally had. I knew what it felt like to absolutely think you're going to die. I had two good engines, but I had no instruments, no electrical, nothing. I thought it was over. And then, as if by a miracle, we descended as per the rules to a lower altitude. I saw that Washington, D.C. monument and identified the Washington National Airport was right next to it, and I made a landing just like Freddy does in this film.
Yeah. He does.
Fred Radcliffe so beautifully portrays Freddy's horror. He captured that despair when you think you're actually going to die. And I had my family on board, and I said, "This is it. I can't believe I'm going to die on this plane." So Travolta very much he says, so I was reading this book, and I'm saying, I lived with this. And of course, I'm young enough then that I could have played the part of Freddy, but I had to wait 30 years to play the Shepherd.
Damn. That's cool.
And I'm trying real hard, Ringo, to be the Shepherd.
I think what took me by surprise was how quickly he lands him.
Mhm.
It is very simple, how he gets him down. I thought it was going to be more of because I knew it was a short and I knew it was going to be about but it's actually very little shepherd.
Yes.
In this movie.
There's like minimal shepherd.
Yeah.
It seemed okay. I'm reading a little more of this article. It seems like basically this movie kind of comes about by like an accident. Travolta wants to make it in the 90s and then forgets about it, and then Ian softly decides he wants to make an adaptation of the book and talks with Cuarón, who also liked the book as a kid.
There you go.
And so they all come together and just decide to make this little 39, because they don't make a lot of movies like kind of higher concept short films like this. I feel like you don't see them a lot.
No.
So it is just interesting that it really just came out of 3 guys who really wanted to make this movie. Which I find I am happy that they got to make this movie. Yeah.
Do you like it?
It's fine. It's fine.
fine.
It's like what, a 5 out of 10, right?
Do you like it, Stuart? Playing with your board?
Sorry. I thought it was okay. I mean, it was 40 minutes, so it was done quick. So I guess for that, it gives an extra point. So I'd give it like a 5.
Yeah, like a 5 out of 10. It's like
If it was a full feature, I'd give it like a 4 or 3. But, you know, it was short and sweet, so I could give it like a 5. But, you know.
Travolta, it was very easy for me to be that guide for someone.
I could see that.
It was very easy for me to.
It felt like he was
show
having
up
yeah, it felt like he was definitely having a good time playing that role,
Yeah.
as short as it
Yeah.
was. But you knew right away where it was going.
Yes.
Because the moment he lands in like the abandoned airfield,
Yeah.
and then this old like Alfred like pennycoat like dude
Yeah.
shows up
Pennyworth,
with
put
a
some respect on that name.
lantern, and he's like, "Oh, come here to the airfield."
So like, yeah, but that guy, that twist of that guy completely got me.
No, I kind of knew that was.
I
gonna
thought
be.
he was.
No,
gonna be
I
real.
completely didn't see that coming.
I was definitely like, okay, watch. Like, but you know what was funny? Because I knew they were going to do like the Travolta's a ghost thing, and that was.
Sure.
But then when they did the thing with the guy, I thought, okay, they should take this a step further.
I know.
The driver who drives him to his family is also a ghost.
I had the same thought. I said he should get dropped off, and he shows up at his mom's house or whatever. And she's like,
"How'd you get
"Hey,
here?"
man, these 2 guys dropped me." What? There haven't been boys in this town in years. What?
Tell him Large Marge sent
Yeah.
ya.
And then he sits down on his couch, and his girlfriend comes in, and he's like, "Oh man, yeah, mom's gonna make a pie. Your mom's been dead for
40 years. And then he goes to sleep with his wife. He wakes up alone. He comes out and
He sees the morning paper and her obituary. He missed her by a day.
it just keeps expanding.
It turns out he's dead at the end.
Like that's what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to just continuously keep
You
going
can
with
take that joke and do whatever you want with it. You can make it your own thing. Too.
Part of me did think like, because basically Travolta guides him down to an abandoned RAF field that hasn't been in service since World War II.
Yeah.
Some guy like comes out and is like, "Oh, come back to it's only a storage depot now," and brings him to this abandoned facility where he keeps him warm. And then some actual like modern day RAF guys come get him out of there, and he's like, "Oh, this guy helped me." And they're like, "There's been no one here in 20 years." And there's shit.
Oh my god.
But that's the end of the movie. We don't see him get home.
Yeah.
The end of the movie for me has one of my favorite postscripts to a movie of all time.
Oh,
which
yes.
is just in World War II, lots of pilots died. Fewer pilots would. It's more pilots would have died if it weren't for the shepherds who guided them home.
Because I sent you a text after I watched this movie, like, this movie gives me electrical line workers from Life on the Line energy.
Yes.
Where it's just like, electrical line workers die every day in the profession. It's like, yeah.
There's just lots of people died.
Yeah.
during World
Lots of
War
people
II.
died. We aren't going to be specific, but we're just going to tell you a lot of people died.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
A lot of people died.
More people died during World War I.
It is a
Thank
really
God for those
It
shepherds.
is a really funny because you don't get like closure to the guy getting home.
No.
It just ends and it's like, yeah, shepherds.
Aren't they cool?
Good guys.
Shepherds be out there, man.
They be out there. Good for him.
You ever seen the Kevin Costner movie, The Guardian?
I have not. Is it good?
Fucking fantastic.
It is a
sort
good
of the
movie.
same ending.
Very similar.
Is he a
yeah.
ghost?
Yes, there's a sort of like an alternate ending on the DVD, which more explicitly has him as a ghost.
Yeah.
Who like lives on and like helps people sort of like find.
Yeah.
You know the premise, right?
No.
Kevin Costner, Ashton Kutcher are Coast Guard. It's basically Ladder
Kevin
49.
Costner is like a legendary Coast Guard guy
Yeah.
who gets like brought in to teach like Top Gun.
It's Top Gun, but Coast Guard.
Yeah,
it's
Top Gun,
it's
Coast Guard, but
yeah.
like Costner the teacher. It would be like if Scarrett was sort of like the lead of Top
looking
Gun
this
with
movie
Tom
up.
Cruise.
Yeah.
I watched it for my 12th birthday party, and my mom picked us all up, and we were all fucking sobbing. Me
I
and
need
all
to
my
watch that
friends and
movie
my
again.
dad.
I remember it being really good.
I watched it like a dozen
Yeah.
times when I was
But
a
of
kid.
course, you know, Jeff, like the movie ends and Kevin Costner has to sacrifice his life to like save Ashton Kutcher, the student. And then there's a epilogue ending where Ashton Kutcher's saving a guy, gets him in the chopper, and the survivor,
we have
he's
to go
like,
back to the other guy down there.
he's like, what other guy down
There's
there?
no one. You're the last one. No. He told me it was going to be all right.
Whoa.
He guided me home.
And it's supposed to be like Kevin Costner.
Yeah, it says
the
the film
ghost.
opens with a description of a legend told by survivors being lost at sea, a presence referred to as the Guardian, which pushed them to the surface, enabling them to survive until help arrived.
I'm gonna start crying. It's a fantastic
There's-
movie. It's
what-
probably like
there's-
a horrendous movie if I watch
No.
it now, but like as a kid, it was like my favorite.
There's
fucking
so
thing.
many movies, whether it's
I wish I had like a
aviation-
military beat in here. We're like,
aviation or like Coast Guard, where
Fuck
there's
firemen,
like
the Coast Guard. I'm fucking here for
if
you,
you-
Stuart.
Mark. I know you haven't seen. Stuart, have you ever seen Always?
always.
It's a Steven Spielberg movie.
I want to watch
The
Always
bit
so
of
bad.
the movie is that Richard Dreyfuss is a pilot,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes down, and his wife is Holly Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
and he has to come back as a ghost and convince his wife it's okay to start dating John Goodman. That's the plot of this movie. It's
Yeah,
like
go home and watch it today. Is it kind of a holiday vibey movie?
it's kind of a I mean, it's like has summer energy, but you could watch it during. It would work.
Yeah.
It's like Spielberg's cheesiest movie. It's one of his worst movies, but it's like worth a watch. It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
I think it's Katharine Hepburn's
What's
final
he do
movie.
right after E.T.?
Right after E.T. is Temple of Doom, right?
So does he do
so.
right before E.T.?
Always?
Always. When is it?
Oh, Always is right after Last Crusade, before
Oh.
Hook,
That's a stretch.
I think.
That's a rough stretch
Wow.
for him.
Yeah, I think it's like, because I think,
And then he goes, after Hook, does he do Schindler's Jurassic?
yeah, Jurassic Schindler's.
Jurassic Schindler's.
Because he has okay, here it is.
There's a Steven Spielberg podcast now.
All right, I found it.
More interesting to talk about him than
So,
The Shepherd.
He does
Yeah.
And I like The Shepherd.
He does-
bad, but
The Temple of Doom, Color Purple, Empire of the Sun, Always, Last Crusade, Hook, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. That's the run. So Always is kind of just in the middle there. It's kind of in like,
It's no accident no one's heard of it.
he's never
for
had a
his
fallow
worst-
period, but if there
Yeah.
is, that's the closest to it,
yeah.
right?
I'll say this for The Shepherd, though, is it ends with Carol of the Bells. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right.
Yeah, it's got
All right.
good Christmas energy
You
to
listen, yeah. I was like, okay, fucking, okay. You could go
Yeah.
Ghost Pilot Carol of the Bells.
it. Yeah, I'm in.
It's 39 minutes. I'm not mad.
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't upset.
There's absolutely no version of this movie that I'm mad at.
No.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. I'm glad that John came out and did a little Christmas movie this year. I'm glad
He
we got
looks
to talk-
so ridiculous in the plane.
He does look
We
kinda
just talked
crazy.
about it. He
Yeah.
looks so crazy.
He's just like crocodile niner
He
niner.
looks like he's kind of in this phase where his face looks like, what were those fucking toys that they were like Paw Patrol, but like were the fucking rescue heroes?
Yeah.
He looks like a rescue
Oh,
hero
yeah.
now. He looks sort of like the fireman rescue hero.
Yes,
action
he has that
figure
kind of like-
guy face.
Inverted triangle.
Yeah.
Upper half.
Yeah, so he just kind of looks like a toy
Yeah,
in the plane.
Yeah, he's like, I got one of these at this end.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We looked up a picture of a rescue hero.
Yeah.
Firefighter. Lest we forget. I think that's basically all we have to say about the Shepherd, right? There's still more we got to talk about today.
There is.
What?
But is there what else? Would you have any final thoughts on the Shepherd?
I didn't have to watch anything else, did I?
No, there will just be other things to talk
come in
about.
unprepared.
There will be other things to talk about.
Why are you smiling?
It's our Christmas spectacular.
Stuart is smiling.
It's your smile. Mark, do you have any final thoughts on the Shepherd you want to get out?
No.
No.
Bum, 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 bum,
Bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum, I felt like I heard sleigh bells during that in the distance. Stuart, do you have any final thoughts on the Shepherd?
Sorry, I'll never do it again. I'll never reach across you and press a button again. I didn't know which button it was.
God. Stuart,
Yes.
do you have any final thoughts on the Shepherd?
Shepherd.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm glad that it came out.
Me too.
It really saved this episode because we could not. That picture of Winona could not have sustained for 30 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you to the
she's a
shepherd.
cutie. Yeah,
But-
we could have made it work.
But lest we forget, John was not finished. He was not finished. Because just when you thought that's the only Christmas thing he's putting out this year.
You have a new Capital One ad, I swear to fucking God.
He had a new Capital One ad, baby.
He had a new Capital One
I
ad.
saw it in theaters yesterday.
You saw it already?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
it keeps playing at the AMC whenever I go.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you about to play it on your iPad?
Yes.
You know you can play it on your phone so the audio can actually go in here.
I could do that, couldn't I?
You allowed to do that?
I mean, it's fair use. We're criticizing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do we have to be mean to it?
No.
Oh,
But, like-
we can talk good about it.
Jeff, I can also disconnect from your phone and put it on your iPad.
Yeah, I know what I can do. I have to bring it up now again
Okay.
because I had other things ready.
Okay.
I was texting Jeff the other day. I was like, it's so crazy that the two faces of Capital One are Taylor Swift and John Travolta.
That's so true. That is so true. Remember a few
But
years
John
ago?
Travolta.
Whoa.
Oh,
All right,
oh,
here we go.
All right, you ready?
It's called Holiday Night Fever,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is how we got the namesake for this episode.
Yeah.
Travolta's walking down the street.
What happened to 3?
Number 3.
Inflation joke? What's that?
He's eating the cookies.
Where have you been?
North Pole.
Oh my
It's-
God.
they're
Looking
re-
at some sleigh bells.
Hey, nice.
The vibe is they're recreating the opening of Saturday
Saturday
Night
Night Fever, yeah.
where he's walking down the street, except it's him in a Santa suit.
Yeah.
You folks have probably seen this commercial already.
It's been pretty out there. Like, it's very highly advertised. Milk.
Getting eggnog at the bar. Oh no, it's milk, right?
I have Capital One. I want this card.
Oh my God, he got
He's a big
he
get on
got
the dance
lit on the
floor.
milk. Oh my
Oh,
God!
no.
Look at him go.
Oh, wow.
He's
still a good dancer, man.
yeah.
He still got it.
What's in your wallet?
The thing
Yeah.
that's funny is like, there's that period of time after Pulp Fiction where like he's kind of a little more respected as like a real actor,
Yeah.
where he doesn't have to keep doing like the dancing shtick in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're at the point where like anything that he does with cultural relevance is him doing the dancing.
Yeah. Very much so.
Which like we talked about on the show, and we don't have to necessarily relitigate. But it is just, kind of sad.
Do we think he was gonna get like a nice post? Is he gonna get like a nice role? Is he gonna get a
I
is he
really
gonna get like a nice little Oscar Beatty comeback role?
But the thing is, like, the question is what this fucking Nick Vallelonga That's Amore movie is.
Okay,
That's
no.
not gonna be it.
No, that's
but,
not it.
But that's like his biggest. Is that like? I want to see if that movie people go to
Yeah.
see it.
But like, I mean, the difference between Nicolas Cage and him is that like Nicolas Cage can do Pig.
Yeah,
he can't.
He can do Pig and
can't.
Dream Scenario. Travolta can't do
I
that.
feel like Travolta could do Dream Scenario.
So you could probably pull off Dream Scenario. What Travolta needs is like, because like nowadays he's been through so much loss, and there's a lot of movies
But
where
there's
he,
a pain. There's
Yeah.
pain that like.
yeah, there's a lot of movies where he's touched on like this innate sorrow to him.
Yeah.
And I think Stuart, you and I have talked about like that's kind of like not that we want him to like exploit like his tragedy in life, but that's kind of where his comeback is in the world of like
Because
playing,
Pig is
like-
a role like that.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
a sad old man.
Yeah.
Mobland.
Instead of just fucking doing Mobland and That's Amore.
Yeah.
He's seemingly not in this Kennedy assassination movie anymore, and I'm really upset about it.
Oh, that sucks.
But anyway, Holiday Night Fever.
Okay.
He needs another love song for Bobby Long movie.
Another love song for Bobby Long.
If he did a love song for Bobby Long right now, like
Yeah.
a love song for Bobby Long
I know.
adjacent, he would crush it.
Yeah,
He would, right? Don't you agree?
Did he think Gotti was like his big serious comeback movie?
Yeah.
He 100% thought Gotti.
he thought
put
that was-
all,
He truly
like,
thought Gotti was it.
he put
like-
all of his stakes in that
He
movie.
put all of his chips on that movie.
I'm pretty sure he had to sell a condo for that movie.
They were convinced that was going to be it.
Yeah.
Has that guy made a movie since Gotti?
Travolta?
No, the
Oh,
director.
the director.
No, I think he maybe did like a documentary or something.
Oh.
Let me look up.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about Holiday Night Fever?
Yeah, Holiday Night Fever. What do we think about it?
Who directed it?
Pretty good.
Uh,
I bet it's somebody weird.
it's
Maybe we-
almost certainly somebody weird. It's probably going to be like.
Taika
He has
Waititi
not directed a movie. He's directed some episodes of Snatch and The Oath, whatever that is. Travolta, Holiday Night Fever. The namesake of this episode, as I said.
I like Holiday Night Fever.
Yeah, do we like Holiday Night Fever?
I like it a lot better than the Capital One Christmas ad from 2020.
Yeah, it's definitely better than that.
Better than that one.
There's some
his
funny to this.
Santa look very different, or is it very similar?
Same look.
Similar, yeah. It's pretty similar. But like, because the Capital One ad from 2020, it's just him FaceTiming Samuel Jackson.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
really
it-
bad.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's again more of like the Pulp Fiction thing that they're trying to emulate. But no, I actually was kind of like down for how the Holiday Night Fever kind of went because he's like having fun with it, you know.
It was directed by Brian Buckley,
Yeah, I found
Brian
that.
Buckley.
who said about this. He said, "The minute I heard the pitch, I was like, this is genius. This is gonna be no, this is an actual. This is genius. This is gonna be epic," said director Brian Buckley. And so John would blend the character from Saturday Night Fever with Santa Claus, and the idea that he would be part Kris Kringle was sort of a game-changing the idea at Christmas.
Part Tony Ravioli. What it was?
Monero.
Monero.
I
Mayonnaise.
like that this director was so like into
it.
this.
Yeah, right.
Travolta, for prep for the movie, I rehearsed those dances for like 7 months. They're pretty embedded in my DNA. This will be the first times I recreate those moves on screen again, so it's kind of a moment in history here. I thought it was magical.
What's better? What's better? This Capital One ad or the Taylor Swift Capital One ad? To me, it's a clear-cut question. It's Holiday Night Fever.
I haven't seen the Taylor Swift one. So
You've not seen the
new
Taylor
one's
Swift
not
one?
very good. It's her in an airport, right?
It's her in an airport. She's checking into like her first class lounge, and
is
there's
she like loading body parts onto the plane or something?
what?
Oh.
I don't know. You have some weird theories about Taylor Swift. Let's dig into it. Brian Buckley dubbed by the New York Times the King of the Super Bowl.
King of the Super Bowl.
65 Super Bowl commercials.
I mean, good for him. He's figured out his niche.
Hey, man.
But you don't got to be going out there and talking to smoothradio.com telling them that you think it was epic that Travolta was going to dance to Saturday Night Fever in a
Hey,
Santa
man,
suit.
that's an epic Super Bowl commercial, if you ask me.
There's like there's some BTS.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Saint Nick was on his trailer door.
Oh, look, it's him from The Shepherd.
He literally flew into the set from the
This
Shepherd.
Brian Buckley guy looks so much like fucking, what's his name? Fuck. He's on Our Flag Means Death. You know that Kiwi actor.
Oh, not Taika Waititi.
Nigel. No, Our Flag Means what's his fucking name? He's exactly like this guy. Reese Darby.
prep for the movie.
He looks like Reese Darby. Doesn't he look like this guy?
He does kind of look like that guy.
It's a moment in history that he gets to dance on screen again.
And I mean,
look, the article just transcribed this behind the scenes
yeah,
video.
we should just played this freaking video. You know what, John? I'm happy for you.
I know.
If you got paid, I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you thought it was this. Was
Maybe he'll
historical.
do a Santa movie like that one day.
He should just do a freaking Santa movie,
He
right?
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We should
agree.
just do a Travolta Santa movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think it needs to be like Earn It? Like it needs to be like Dancing Santa. That needs to be the movie, right?
Dancing Santa.
Like that needs to be a core element of the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that commercial like successful? Like how do we know when that commercial's successful?
It's playing in every AMC
I know
theater
it's
I've
playing
been
that
to,
now,
so
yeah.
I think like it must be.
But they're paying, so they're spending more money to put
Yeah.
it there.
People
mean,
are getting Capital One.
They
Are-
did
are
a
they-
they
are
did
they-
a, they did a second one after the
So
first one
early.
2 years ago. So that
I know.
indicates to me
I know.
that there's growth there, like that they have value in doing more.
Because like Ted
Travolta
Lasso
ads.
was like an ESPN ad. No, it was like a Fox Sports ad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
maybe it's time for like a Travolta Christmas movie. Stuart, what are you doing?
yeah, I hear it too. Cut this out. This is gonna ruin the whole fucking episode.
dishwasher?
It's a truck.
It's a
Oh,
truck.
it's a
Gar-
truck.
garbage
I was
truck.
like, we got a new mixer that makes us sound better, but lest we forget, we still record this in Chicago, Illinois,
Yes.
where there's a truck in every single
Yeah.
alley.
Well-
I think he captures the holiday spirit very well in that. you know,
Yeah.
For this Christmas episode.
I think I'm glad that we got to talk about it, and I mean I think that's like.
That's all we have to talk about today.
Wait a second.
Wait.
What's going on here?
What is this, Jeff?
Wait, what's happening? What's happening?
This is fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for anybody at home, but
Uh-oh.
Stuart,
Oh, God.
there's someone on the roof. They're on the roof. Oh my God. The TV's turning into a fireplace.
like a third act of Signs.
It's turning into a fireplace. Oh my God, the TV's turning into a fireplace. Ho, ho, ho.
Who are you?
It's me, jolly old St. Nicholson.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, my
how
God.
are ya?
I thought we were going to get away with this. I thought we weren't going to do one this year.
Jolly old
You
St.
thought-
Nicholas. Are you a recurring character?
Jolly old St. Nicholson.
Jolly old St. Nicholson.
Don't forget. I help out my dear friend, St. Nick, when the days get dire. Stuart, you've been a very good boy this year.
Have I?
You've been a very good boy this year.
Stuart, you're about to get a present, I think.
All your friends have said great things about you.
They have.
All of them.
Really?
Yes, I know this. I've had my friend do some research.
What kind of research?
Well, let me bring him down to
Oh,
show you.
there's another friend.
Yeah, it's my friend the Snowman. He's helping me out this year.
What?
He has a
Yes, hello.
you have
It
a
is
Coke
me,
straw for
the
a nose?
Snowman. Yes, Colonel Tom Parker, the Snowman. It is me.
You're made out of Nicholson's cocaine is what you're made out of.
Yes, Stuart. Stuart.
It is me, the snowman.
I am distraught.
Stop it. All your friends have said very good things about you.
Scott, if you're listening to this
I hope you dropped an edible before this.
episode,
Yeah, so the Snowman's
He's been doing some research.
for me.
Sorry. I'm going to turn this off. I'm turning this off.
I'm giving you a
if somebody
vibe.
was like driving while they were listening to that, they were in a car accident.
They are in a car accident.
Yes, so of course, you know all about Christmas.
Are you here to give us the actual
I'm here to give Stuart the
drive of
report.
Batgirl? Are you actually here to give us Batgirl so we can watch it? And
You already
record
have the drive of Batgirl, yes.
it? Wow. That's so
But
great.
no, Nicholson, yes? Yes? Yeah.
Do we just let him-
Snowman, how
We
you
just let him go with this?
doing?
We let him just go? Or no?
Yeah, you can't stop it. You just gotta
Well,
let them do
Stuart, it's time to take your gift this year.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you were a very good boy.
I don't know what I did to be very good. Oh, he's pulling
You were a
out.
very good boy.
Oh, my God.
So you get what all good boys and girls get.
What do I get?
A very hastily printed copy of Winona Ryder coloring book.
What?
Yes, we thought it was appropriate.
Oh, my God. This is...
This
Like-
is the same thing I gave Elvis, except his was poison.
Did you print that here? Or did you have that printed at a little shop?
It was made in the North Pole by head elf Bernard and all the underlings.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Stuart, what do you say to jolly old St. Nicholson?
Yeah,
Thank
say
you. Thank
giving
you.
you a
Thank you.
gift.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fucking ungrateful.
I
Fucking ungrateful.
I-
Watch out for next year. This
Listen.
sets a new precedent.
You're welcome. All right, Snowman, we got to hit 20 other houses
What?
today.
You got- you-
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, yes.
The fuck, Nicholson?
What
Got
about
to hit the
Mark?
houses.
What about Mark?
We've got to
No,
hit the
come back.
houses.
Are we not going to do anything for Mark?
We've got to hit the houses. You can share the coloring book.
Stuart, you're my present this year.
You're my present this year.
You
Mark.
guys are my and you know, it's just so nice that for 3 years in a row now, jolly old St. Nicholson has chosen to bless our show around Christmas time with gifts and joy and splendor. And we thank you for that, sir.
Mike Nicholson.
You're welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Let's hit the bar on the way out. Yes, I know some good drugs I can put in your drink. Yes. Whoa, that was crazy, guys. Whoa.
They're gone.
That was crazy. Stuart, are you happy with your gift from jolly old St. Nicholson?
You know what's crazy about Jeff?
What's crazy about him?
He's like our boss.
He's
Mark-
not really.
Mark,
our
did you-
Not
boss.
really our boss.
No, he's not
Mark-
really
Mark,
our
did you-
boss.
He'll be our boss.
I wish
Well, he'll
I,
be our boss.
I wish I told you that I forgot to tell you that we usually have a visit come by. A visitor come by
I
every
am
Christmas.
so happy I went in surprised.
Yes.
That makes me happy.
Because every year, it's special. You saw the lights changed and music
true.
just started playing. It was,
Yep,
true.
that's right. That's right. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was amazing, though.
It was crazy.
I'm very thankful we had that.
Me too. I mean, I think
My
that's-
present was this new board.
Yeah. Well, your present was also the hastily made by the elves coloring
It's very
book.
provocative stuff in there,
Yes.
which makes sense coming from who got it for me.
Yeah.
Looks like kind of a gnarly zine.
I mean, Jolly Old
Kind
St.
of has that
Nicholson's.
energy.
Jolly Old St. Nicholson's a little bit of a horn dog.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's flying by right now.
Oh, look at that.
He's flying by in like a Lakers jersey. It was weird. I think it's all we have for Christmas this year.
That's
That
it?
is. And thank you
That's
so
it.
much, Jeff.
Well, wait. Do we
I'm
have,
very
do we have anything else we
thankful.
want to say?
Do you have anything else you want to say, Mark?
Anything you're thankful for Christmas?
Fuck Christmas.
Oh my God.
No, I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
Well, it's not. It's not technically everything.
No, that's everything. We're gonna close out the show right now,
Well, yeah, but we got
Right.
There's ways we got to close
Right,
out the
Jeff?
show here.
right, Jeff?
There's Mark. I don't know if you've ever seen a little 1993 movie called Look Now.
No, I haven't seen Look Who's Talking Now.
Oh my God.
But there's a song we like to bring our years out every year.
All right, awesome.
Show him the
And so-
video. Show him the video.
And so I would just like to thank all the listeners of Travolting for another year of joy and merriment. And I wish that for you and yours and your family as we go out remembering that it is Christmas and say Noel.
You think them so well, Jeff. With this
Stuart, I'm thankful for you this
easy to
year.
listen to past hour of podcasting.
I'm thanking you for a third year of this.
I'm
Mark,
thankful.
thank you
This
for
is
being
the
here
end of Look Who's Talking Now.
and for being a dear friend.
This is the ending.
This is the ending.
This is great. This is a nightmare.
I've been cursed with this.
Who's in this movie?
John Travolta and
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Is he Santa?
No,
it's not a Christmas movie.
Travolta is about to appear in this video getting a gift.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
he
there it is.
This is a French
Kid singer named Jordy.
kid musician named Jordy.
He was the original.
Is he in the movie?
He's not. He only appears in these end credit scenes.
This is a music video or end credits?
It's a music video that plays over the end credits.
He's the '90s French Justin Bieber.
He's great.
Yeah, he is, right? Pretty good.
Say Noel this Christmas.
All right.
Say Noel.
Thank you
Are
guys
sh-
for another great year
Yeah.
of Travolting. We really appreciate you
Thank you so much
guys.
for listening.
So deeply sorry to everyone.
We'll be back.
I'm so sorry.
We'll be
so
back
sorry.
next week with
so
our
sorry.
episode on Great Balls of Fire. Yeah.